Good morning. Please note that you can listen to the ceremony on your car radio at 87.9 FM. We also ask that you take care to observe all social distancing guidelines throughout the ceremony. Thank you. A warm welcome to our honored guests, our faculty and staff that are here with us today, to the families present, and most especially to you, the students of the class of 2020. Please remain standing for the national anthem. At this time, we will observe a moment of silence in memory of our friends, classmates, and family that cannot be here with us today, as well as those around the world who have lost their lives to widespread disease. Thank you. Graduates, please be seated. At this time, I would like to introduce some of our honored guests. From our school committee, we have Mrs. Karen Sheldon and Mrs. Karen Chapman and Mr. Sheldon Chapman. We have Mr. Ronald Deshane, Mr. Donald Ayer, Mr. Charlie Ellis, chairman of the school committee and a former graduate of Nashoba Tech. Our superintendent, Dr. Denise Pidgeon, and our senior veterinary assisting teacher, Ms. Tracy Warren. Because this is a semi-virtual ceremony, there are speeches by many of our students, our valedictorian, our salutatorian, and our senior class president, as well as Mr. Ellis, our keynote speaker, and Dr. Pidgeon. And you are able to view those online at the Viking 360 YouTube channel. If you search our graduation, you will be able to find all of those speeches. All of the speakers are eloquent and inspirational, so I encourage you to take some time today to listen to those speeches when you have a chance. So I just have a few words for our graduates myself. I was going to call them words of wisdom, but I'm not sure anything I say would qualify as wisdom. Class of 2020, you are certainly experiencing unprecedented times with this pandemic. With it, it has brought a whole new lexicon, phrases that were rarely heard before COVID-19, and to be honest, phrases I would just assume never hear again. The first that comes to mind is out of an abundance of caution. As in, out of an abundance of caution, we will be closing the schools for the next 4 weeks. No, out of an abundance of caution, we will be closing schools for the next 8 weeks. No, out of an abundance of caution, we will be closing schools for the rest of the year. Or, out of an abundance of caution, we will limit gatherings to 250 people. No, make that 50 people. No, make that fewer than 10 people. But in reality, it has been important to proceed with an abundance of caution, and you, our graduates, have done so. You have shown empathy. You've thought of others before yourselves. Anyone who calls teenagers selfish need look no further than this class and this graduation to see how compassionate you are. This disease, though dangerous and deadly, has wreaked most of its havoc on the sick and elderly. But the students here have sacrificed with few complaints. This is a part of your character, and luckily for the rest of us, who will someday have to depend upon you to care for us and pretty much run the world, it is a quality that you will continue to demonstrate. And this brings me to the second phrase from this pandemic that I could do without, the new normal. As in, not shaking hands will be the new normal. Social distancing will be the new normal. Or schools and businesses conducted remotely will be the new normal. These are changes you have had to incorporate into your lives very quickly. You completed your schooling virtually, gotten used to Zoom and Google Meets, participated in and been honored at drive-by parades. You have shown flexibility, used new technologies, made school from home work for you, even made remote social events work. Now, some of these changes may be temporary, but some of them will not. And as the years pass, there will be new large-scale challenges in your lives, both large and small. That much I can guarantee. But these are nothing to fear. You've already demonstrated that you can be flexible and overcome any challenge. So in review, you have demonstrated an abundance of caution, you are kind and thoughtful, and your actions have shown it. Secondly, we are in the midst of a new normal, and you have been flexible, rolled with the punches, and you will be stronger for it. You are bright, kind, talented, shining stars. The world needs you. At this time, I have a few words to present from your technical program teacher, Mrs. Tracy Warren. To my seniors in the veterinary assisting class of 2020, you're the class I've had the pleasure of teaching for the longest, since I started towards the beginning of your sophomore year. I started off co-teaching, and before I knew it, you were all mine. It was my first year teaching high school, and boy, did I have a lot to learn. You guys taught me as much, if not more, than I ever taught you. You also got to help me raise Zoe from puppyhood, and joined me in welcoming pet rats into my life and into the shop, starting with Naked Dobby Drumstick, who you all came to love. I hope that I've given you valuable lessons, both in animal science and perhaps some life lessons as well. I hope you got the exposure desired in many areas of veterinary medicine and animal science. You are off to start your college and career, enter the workforce, and even join the Army with plans to become a military dog handler. Many of you are staying in the animal world, some going off to become veterinary technicians, some veterinarians, and even some into criminal justice careers, where you will be able to put away animal abusers. We all have students who realize, we also have students who realized while they love animals, they want to go in a different direction. We have one that after a research veterinarian came in to do a talk, realized she wanted to go into human medicine and become a nurse. One student is going into environmental science, one is going to be an art major, and others still are following a different path. You are all destined for successful and rewarding futures, and I couldn't be prouder of all of you. Thank you for being my students. Most of you know my love for country music, especially with all the bus rides we took, where I know it was torture for some of you. I leave you with this quote from Rascal Flatts. My wish for you is that this life becomes all that you want it to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small, and that you never need to carry more than you can hold. Thank you. That was beautiful. At this time, we will begin the presentation of the diplomas. Graduates, please stand. As I call your name, please climb the stairs to collect your diploma from the table to my left. Madison Nicole Adams. In her time here at Nashoba Tech, Madison earned our Community Service Award, having served more than 200 hours of community service. In addition, she earned our American Citizenship Award. She is also a member of both our National Honor Society and our National Technical Honor Society here at Nashoba Tech. At this time, I invite Madison's family to move closer if they'd like to get some additional pictures. Madison, do you want to stay for pictures from your family? And you can take the mask off. Jennifer Rose Bardell. At Nashoba Tech, Jennifer earned the President's Award of Academic Excellence, as well as the Friends of Nashoba Scholarship, the Richard DeFreitas Memorial Scholarship, and the Townsend Business Association Scholarship. She is also a member of both the National Honor Society and the National Technical Honor Society at Nashoba Tech. She has been on our High Honor Roll all 4 years, and she is part of our Tri-M Music Honor Society. At this time, I invite Jennifer's family to approach to take some of their own pictures. Sarah Ann DeVincent. In her time at Nashoba Tech, Sarah earned the DCU Scholarship, is a member of National Technical Honor Society, and earned the John and Abigail Adams Scholarship for her excellent MCAS scores. Caitlin Ann DiPasquale. During her time at Nashoba Tech, Caitlin earned our Community Service Award for having participated in over 100 hours of community service. Love the boots. Gabriella Lee Doobie. Gabriella has participated in clinical rotations with distinction as a member of the Veterinary Assisting Program. Pamela Brady Euler. As a student at Nashoba Tech, Pamela was inducted into the National Honor Society and the National Technical Honor Society. Ellie Lynn Gagnon. As a student at Nashoba Tech, Ellie earned the Pepperell Lions Club Scholarship and was inducted into our National Technical Honor Society. Sarah Elizabeth Junod. Congratulations, you are now officially graduates of Nashoba Valley Technical High School. At this time, you may move your tassel from the right side of your cap to the left. On behalf of the faculty and administration and our honored guests, I congratulate the class of 2020. Please take care, stay safe. It is my pleasure to announce you the class of 2020, our first graduates. And that concludes our graduation. Thank you.